Hello everyone and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. Finn lets loose on Luna as Hope makes an emotional plea to Liam. Finn assures Steffi at Forrester that he will not permit Luna to be near them. They won't have any issues with her. Ridge and Taylor express their happiness to Finn for supporting Steffi through everything. Even though Luna is his daughter, Steffi values his commitment. Steffi informs Finn that Luna lacks both his goodness and his heart. Taylor informs Finn that Luna is a young woman who is very troubled and that he is a decent man. She clung to a dream of the life she deserved, and she believed that the path to it was to kill Tom and imprison Steffi. Steffi claims that she holds everyone else accountable for the incident. Ridge claims that she has been disconnected from reality. She is hazardous because of this. B&B with Finn Steffi. According to Taylor, Luna is dangerous because she is disassociating at the moment. She is concerned about the extent to which she will go to ensure Finn's role as her father. That won't happen, according to Finn. Steffi sighs that Bill was able to pardon her. Finn promises to let her know that she is not welcome in their lives. All Steffi can do is hope she gets it. Luna lets out a scream. She tells Poppy that she is to blame for this at Luna's house. Because she withheld her from her father, she never had the opportunity to develop a relationship with him. Steffi cannot keep her away from him either. Poppy argues that she protected her at any costs. According to Luna, they migrated about, her roots can be found anywhere. She had to learn not to depend on anyone except herself and to avoid becoming connected. Poppy reels, "You were the worst mother in the world." Luna B&B. She brings up their close relationship with her daughter. Luan berates her for keeping her father away from her and mocks Nozawa power. Steffi is now attempting to harm her in the same way as an adult. If Finn had been involved, her life would have been entirely different. She can no longer lose because she has lost too many years. Poppy advises Luna that although she can accept responsibility, she must quit blaming her upbringing. She must quit using her early years as an excuse for her transgressions. Luna, this is on you. And you alone. Luna assumes that, like everyone else, she is abandoning her. Poppy gawps as she sarcastically says, "Bill won't even help me." You were pardoned by Bill. You owe that man your freedom and your life. Sneering, Luna advances and declares, "Believe me, Penelope. I will take full use of my independence. And nothing will stop me from pursuing a future with my father." Steffi Forrester in particular. Liam starts crying. Hope brings Liam a sketch of their family that Beth gave him, along with her laptop to fix at the Cliff House. She inquires about Liam's well-being when he becomes depressed. He detests having to part from them. Hope is glad to learn that he still has some strength. She doesn't need an excuse to check up on Liam when he shows her how to utilize Alt-Control-Delete on her laptop. As long as he commits to staying as long as he can, she vows not to visit on false pretenses. When it comes to spending as much time as possible with the ones he loves, he will stop at nothing. Although Liam acknowledges that he struggles to keep his composure, there are times when he truly forgets, usually when he's around the girls. After that, reality returns. Steffi and Hope are there for him. They have been his lifeline, he claims. He just described the two people who are aware of his situation as his lifeline, Hope tells him, adding that she believes he could use a bit more help. She wants him to share his illness with the rest of his family. Liam has already explained to her why he wishes to conceal his illness. He made the choice. Hope informs him that if she hadn't been informed and hadn't been able to spend this time with him, she would have been crushed. Her entire life wasn't something Liam wanted to ruin. You didn't, she responds. Bill and his brothers would like to know. This time with him is what they'll want. He can now give them it as a gift. Please make the most of that. Liam does not want to be the center of attention, and his family is always doing their best. Bill will phone all the experts he can find whenever he has free time. While he is still strong enough, he wants to spend time with Steffi, Hope, and the girls. He has no more capacity than that. Since they are his family, Hope asks him to give it a shot. Hear what I have to say. You have consistently supported the people in your life at all times. Let them do the same for you. Liam suffers. Hope is aware, so she may make the most of their time together. Bill, Will, and Wyatt all deserve the same opportunity. Stop being obstinate. Liam sobs. Hope exhorts him to allow his loved ones to stand by him. They should be aware. Imminent risk. Steffi, Taylor, and Ridge are by themselves at Forrester. Ridge doesn't believe what Finn said, Steffi believes. Ridge simply believes that they cannot risk anything with Luna. According to Taylor, she is unpredictable and dangerous. She's already her objective. Steffi questions whether she should always be afraid. She can't allow Luna to rule her life, but she won't let her guard down either. She believes Finn will protect them. She trusts him when he claims he won't have Luna in their lives. When Luna learns she won't be a part of Finn's life, Ridge wonders what will happen. So what? Finn is working at the table at the Cliff House when Luna enters and greets him, "Hey Dad." Finn asks her what she's doing there as he jumps up. She is unable to attend. Without Steffi, Luna had to see him. "I need you." She dreamed about her father for a large portion of her life. She is aware that she is also drawn to it. "We've been over this," says Finn. "This is about them." Luna claims Steffi isn't here anymore. Father and daughter. She has been excluded by everyone else. "Please, Father." Finn has given this a lot of thought, but Luna is the one who brought them here. "Tell me you want me to be a part of your life." "Luna, you killed 2 people. My wife was drugged and kidnapped by you. You abandoned her to perish. We will never be together, even though you are my daughter." Luna pouts, "You can't mean that." Finn yells, "I do. And you will never again visit me or my family here." Luna's face takes on a menacing expression. When Luna bursts into the Cliff House, Finn loses it. Luna berated Poppy for not allowing Steffi to undermine her. Finn swears. Finn promises Steffi at Forrester that he will keep them all safe from Luna. Finn's devotion is admirable to Ridge and Taylor. Given that Luna is his daughter, this must be difficult for him. They tell Finn to stop talking about what-ifs. According to Taylor, Luna clung to a fantasy of a life she believed she was entitled to. Even though she says she has changed, it is obvious that she still believes the lie she has made up. They discuss Luna's coping strategies, delusions, and other topics. Taylor is certain that she will stop at nothing to make her dream come true. Finn claims that even he cannot save Luna. If Steffi was still incarcerated, she would feel better. Once more, her husband vows to keep Luna out of their lives. Steffi is told by Ridge and Taylor not to take any chances with Luna. Steffi can't be afraid all the time. She believes Finn will protect them. Ridge is still concerned about what will occur when Luna comes to terms with the fact that she cannot be a part of Finn's life. Luna insults her mother. She informs her mother at Luna's that Steffi and she have prevented her from dating her father. Although Poppy acknowledges that she wasn't a flawless mother, she was attempting to act in her own best interests. Due of their many moves, Luna laments that they are always the odd one out. Luna had to learn never to become attached to any of the men on the conveyor belt who were living their lives. Luna believes Poppy made things up to control her, even if she attempts to remind her about Nozawa power. It was domineering rather than consoling. She is certain that if Finn had been in her life, everything would have been very different. They quarrel over who is unable to accept accountability. Pippi claims that all she has done is on her. Luna claims that, like Bill, she has abandoned her. She owes him her freedom, Poppy tells her. Her daughter reiterates that nothing, not even Steffi, will prevent her from dating her father. "I hope to receive computer assistance." For Liam to fix, Hope brings her laptop to the Cliff home. He comments on how talented she is after she shows him a drawing that Beth created of them. He says, feeling depressed, "I hate that I have to leave them." She informs him that his apology for being such a bummer is valid. She's glad he still has some strength. He's making an effort. Liam assumes the computer was used as a pretext to inquire about his well-being. She wanted everything to return to normal for him. He pledges to be with his loved ones as much as possible. He struggles to keep his composure in the face of adversity. He occasionally forgets, and that's fantastic. He is thankful that he is not alone even after reality sets in. He is reminded that he has Steffi and Hope. They have been his lifeline, he claims. She believes that sharing his illness with the rest of his family would be fantastic. Hope claims that if she didn't get to spend this time with him, she would be devastated. He should take advantage of the fact that she is certain Bill and his brothers will do anything for this time with him. He doesn't want to be the center of attention. Bill would use every available moment to phone all of the experts. All Liam wants is to be with his children and his ex-partners. He isn't capable of handling much more. He is reminded by Hope that he has always supported the individuals in his life. It's time to give them something in return. He deserves the opportunity to be cared after by his family. Finn goes crazy. Later, as Finn is working from home, Luna interrupts and begins to talk endlessly about how they are drawn to one another and that she is a part of him. Since Steffi isn't present, she can't influence his viewpoint. She had been shunned by everyone else, and she couldn't take it if he did the same. She put them in a scenario that Finn could never have imagined. They will never be able to be together because of her crimes. He yells that she will never be allowed to visit him again. Steffi Forrester's startling reversal of attitude. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi Forrester has been Dr. John Finnegan's faithful and dedicated wife, but Shin is barely surviving. B&B spoilers indicate that Steffi is starting to reconsider her marriage and is going to experience a startling change of heart. Has Queen Steffi finally been broken by the Luna drama? Below are spoilers for what will happen next on Bold and Beautiful, so keep reading. It has an impact on Finn's family. Aside from the fact that his kid is Luna Nozawa and his birth mother is Sheila Carter, Steffi and Finn's marriage would be ideal on The Bold and the Beautiful. For Steffi, Finn literally cut off his mother and his daughter, demonstrating his devotion and loyalty as a husband. However, his family continues to endanger Steffi's life despite this. When does enough become enough? Viewers of The Bold and the Beautiful are aware that Sheila Carter shot her own son and attempted to kill Steffi. Since Finn had just recently met her and had no genuine loyalty to her, it was simple for him to break up contact with her. Luna, however, will be another matter. She has always been a part of his family, even before the big announcement, and he has watched her grow up over the years. Finn and Steffi break up. According to B&B teasers, Steffi and Finn's marriage will start to suffer when they start arguing about his biological daughter. To Steffi's credit, Luna does continue to attempt her murder. Her reconciliation with Liam Spencer will start to take shape while her marriage to Finn is disintegrating. Despite being dying of cancer, the man seemed more prepared to defend Steffi than her healthy horse spouse. The fabric unravels, Lisa Yamada's wild, tragic reign on The Bold and the Beautiful and Luna's explosive exit. In addition to a seismic shift in the canvas of The Bold and the Beautiful, the wildly dramatic, emotionally charged, and completely shocking departure of the incredibly talented Lisa Yamada from the role she imbued with such captivating complexity also marks the impending collapse of the seemingly unshakable foundation beneath Luna Nozawa. Hold on to your Forrester originals. Forget soft farewells or subdued fade-outs. Luna's exit is set to be a supernova, blowing up the carefully crafted facade she has been clinging to since the Christmas party debacle, leaving a trail of scorched earth behind and permanently changing the lives of RJ, Zend, Poppy, and the entire Forrester clan. This isn't just a character leaving, it's the violent outburst of a lie-based pressure cooker, giving Lisa Yamada the kind of memorable, high-stakes farewell that is appropriate for the complex anguish she so brilliantly depicted. Since the paternity test results verified Zend as Luna's baby's father, destroying her blissful innocence and replacing it with utter horror, the fuse for this explosive exit has been blazing non-stop. In the gilded prison of Forrester wealth, Luna's journey changed from one of hopeful romance to a frantic survival drama. Her future, her engagement to RJ, and her acceptance into the dynasty all depended on RJ never learning the truth about that fateful night, which was fueled by Zen's presence and Poppy's special mints. But like champagne bubbles, secrets on B&B eventually come to the surface. Luna's terror turned into something more sinister, a defensive enmity directed directly at Zend, the living, breathing symbol of her doom. Her attempts to weaponize his remorse and decency, to silence him, and to portray him as the only bad guy grew more desperate and obvious. Yamada's ability to portray both vulnerability and a steely, almost feral, desperation is evident in the way that every interaction brimmed with the energy of impending calamity. Her armor was getting more and more cracked. RJ's steadfast loyalty started to feel more like an intolerable burden of dishonesty than consolation. Zend's resolve to do the right thing hardened in spite of her cries and charges, and his tormented conscience and feeling of duty became increasingly unmanageable. Poppy's desperate attempts to steer the story only served to stoke the flames, resulting in a tense triangle of anxiety that was just waiting to blow. The cause of chaos, the startling shift that leads to Luna's departure, won't be a straightforward admission made over cappuccino at Il Giardino. Anticipate a nuclear-scale public explosion. Imagine that during a significant Forrester family gathering, such as a board meeting, fashion preview, or even RJ and Luna's own engagement party, Luna's growing paranoia and animosity towards Zend reach a fever pitch. Perhaps as a result of Poppy's terrified intervention backfiring horribly, or maybe because Zend finally gives in to the pressure and tries to confess to RJ directly, Luna's carefully built dam bursts. The truth might burst from her mouth in an instant of unadulterated fright, a frank and accusing scream that would betray the paternity secret to RJ and everyone else in earshot. The consequences would be disastrous and immediate. When the woman he loves reveals that the kid she is expecting was conceived with his cousin during a drugged encounter he was unaware of, RJ's world falls apart. The circumstances, the father's identity, the deception, and the secret all contribute to the betrayal. His response, likely a whirlpool of grief, anger, and complete incredulity, would be Luna's last, inflictable setback. An increasing argument with Zend, Luna's stumble, or an unexpected pregnancy-related medical fear that necessitates an emergency where the truth becomes medically inevitable could all serve as physical catalysts. Whatever spark it is, it ignites the keg of powder. The wild, tragic farewell, Luna won't be leaving in a stately fashion. High-stakes drama and operatic tragedy are required for Lisa Yamada's farewell. When Luna observes the destruction of her life at Forrester Creations, the disdain in RJ's eyes, which contrasts sharply with his earlier admiration, the family's condemnation, and the crushing weight of her own decisions, she realizes that her only alternative is to leave. The wild component now takes center stage. Imagine a distraught, tearful Luna, possibly still recovering from the psychological and physical effects of the encounter, snatching up a hurriedly packed bag and escaping the workplace or the mansion in the middle of the night. Perhaps she steals a car and drives aimlessly through the rain in Los Angeles, with no idea where she's going. Perhaps in a turn of events consistent with the show's past, she calls Bill Spencer in a desperate attempt to get passage out of the country, taking advantage of his complex relationship with Poppy and his propensity for messy solutions. Is a spectacular chase possible? Realizing she's gone, RJ or Zend are attempting to stop her, not necessarily for the sake of reconciliation, but rather for accountability, answers, or perhaps out of mistaken concern? Luna, the girl who came with big eyes and a lot of hope, is now a fugitive from her own life. Her fashionable clothing have been replaced by something unremarkable, and the moon necklace that RJ gave her is either in a shaky hand or thrown away in the haste. It is a symbol of love that has turned to ash. The afterlife of Poppy and the mints, Poppy's poisonous legacy is inextricably linked to Luna's departure. Poppy started this whole calamity with her special mints. The wound was only made worse by her later deceptions, manipulations, and attempts to exert control over Luna. Part of Luna's escape is an escape from Poppy's controlling influence and the toxic secret they both shared. Will Poppy be abandoned, genuinely alone, for the first time, to deal with the Forresters' anger, particularly that of a vengeful RJ or an enraged Brooke who forewarned him, and the heartbreaking guilt of ruining her daughter's life? Or will she attempt to sprint with Luna, pulling her farther into the chasm? Luna's departure is made even more chaotic by Poppy's response, whether it be a breakdown, a desperate search, or a cold calculation to rescue herself. RJ, the broken prince, RJ will suffer enormous destruction. The greatest difficulty is faced by his character journey, which is characterized by young optimism and strong familial loyalty. Not only did he lose his fiancée, but he also lost the future he had dreamed of, his trust was destroyed, and his relationship with Zend might have been irreparably damaged. His post-Luna journey will be pivotal. Will he turn inward, snap at Zend and Poppy, or pursue some torturous route to recovery? His life is left with a deep, open wound from Luna's departure. If Luna brings the child to term off-screen, it leaves a persistent, unsettling question mark. Zend, free or overburdened? The oppressive secret is lifted from Zend, but at what price? Even in the face of compromising circumstances, he carries the burden of his involvement in the encounter and the knowledge that his actions caused RJ's happiness to be destroyed and Luna to go. Although he is glad the truth is out, Luna will probably suffer from severe stress and remorse as a result of the way it was revealed and his frantic flight. He might never have the same relationship with RJ again. He must work through this complicated guilt and find atonement, whether by putting more effort into his work or establishing an honest relationship in the future. Lisa Yamada's triumphant legacy. We honor Lisa Yamada's outstanding contribution among the imaginary mayhem. Through the Christmas paternity saga, she took a character who was first presented as a charming ingenue and turned Luna into one of the most tragically interesting characters on the program. Luna's journey from naive innocence into a whirlpool of fear, despair, and defensive hatred was expertly mapped out by Yamada. Her falsehoods were painful, Luna's panic was tangible, and her eventual collapse was tragically predictable. Her performance gave the frequently exaggerated world of B&B additional psychological depth. The energy and vulnerability Yamada brought to the part each and every day are aptly honored by a wild, dramatic exit. Whether it's a heartfelt confession, a desperate flight, or a melancholic farewell look at the life she destroyed, Yamada's final scenes in Luna are sure to be breathtaking displays of her extraordinary talent. The ripple effect, Luna's detonating departure isn't a singular incident, it's like a boulder being thrown into the forest or pond. Anticipate weeks or even months of consequences. Family divisions, the Forresters' feelings of culpability and compassion will be split. The "I told you so" that Brooke says to RJ will be painful. Ridge and Carter will strive to manage the corporate ramifications and personal upheaval. Thomas and Hope will become entangled in the emotional whirlpool. Poppy's reckoning, Poppy experiences anger and loneliness. Will she be shunned by society? Will she tell us more about the mints or her past? Will Bill Spencer make a comeback? The unborn child is still a ghost. Will the child be off-screen for Luna? Would she ever get in touch? Would the child come back years later to ask questions? It's a seed for a long-term story. RJ's development, RJ will be radically altered by this event. Will he become harder as a result? Exacerbate his cynicism? Or impose a greater level of maturity? His adventure takes center stage. Zend's path, Zend needs to rebuild after being freed from the secret. Does he recommit himself to his design goals? Does a fresh love blossom from the ashes? More than merely a character leaving, Luna Nozawa's departure is the dramatic culmination of a painstakingly constructed tragedy, arranged as a startling, wild, and deeply sorrowful crescendo. It fulfills the explosive promise that has been building since Christmas and gives Lisa Yamada a farewell befitting of her superb, nuanced portrayal, which made Luna's terror, her deceptions, and her frantic attempt to gain freedom completely captivating. Relationships are destroyed, the Forrester family's fabric is ripped, and the effects of Luna's terrified escape and the disclosure of her terrible secret will reverberate for a very long time throughout Los Angeles. Sometimes the most exquisite patterns hide the most deadly defects, and when the thread finally breaks, the unwinding is magnificently, devastatingly wild, as The Bold and the Beautiful reminds us.